Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into some absolute ancient extremes. This explainer is going to take you through 5 facts from biblical texts that literally push the boundaries of what we even consider possible. And definitely stick around to the end, because that final fact? It's a massive surprise you won't see coming.
So, I gotta ask you right off the bat, think you know ancient history? A lot of times we picture the ancient world as just, quiet scrolls and dusty standard records. But we are about to look at 5 anomalies that completely defy everyday logic. These aren't your standard historical footnotes. They really challenge our whole understanding of ancient storytelling, and they show us exactly how these cultures conceptualized the ultimate limits of mortality. It's just a fascinating window into how they viewed that boundary between the human and the divine.
Okay, let's dive into this first part. Pushing human biological limits. We're talking extreme age and unbelievable strength. 969. Just wrap your head around that for a second. This absolutely astonishing figure belongs to a man named Methuselah. According to the text, he holds the undisputed title for the oldest person to ever live in the Bible. The guy existed for almost an entire millennium before he finally died. That's, like 10 normal lifetimes? But this wasn't just, a record of a remarkably long life. In ancient traditions, extreme age was actually used as this incredibly powerful way of signaling profound divine favor. It completely redefines the whole concept of a human lifespan, stretching our understanding of biological endurance to its absolute breaking point.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next point, which brings us right to Samson, renowned as literally the strongest human to ever live. But here's the kicker. His legendary, totally unmatched physical strength was entirely tied to a bizarre biological condition, his uncut hair. Because of it, his power was so immense that he could actually tear a lion apart with his bare hands. No weapons, just bare hands. But the moment those locks were cut, poof, all that power vanished entirely. It's a super fascinating narrative of supreme strength hanging by a single fragile thread. It really shows how ancient texts often linked monumental physical capability to strict conditional vulnerabilities.
Let's move on and see how this builds in our next section, surviving the absolutely impossible, basically defying nature and death itself.
Okay, imagine this terrifying ordeal. On day 1, a man named Jonah experiences the completely unimaginable. He is swallowed whole by a massive sea creature. For a full 72 hours, days 2 and 3, he is literally trapped inside the dark, crushing stomach of this gigantic animal. And then, eventually, he's just spit out. This survival story goes way beyond just a biological anomaly, right? It's really a testament to the inescapable nature of ancient divine callings. It vividly illustrates how these narratives use the sheer, overwhelming power of nature to demonstrate that humanity is ultimately totally at the mercy of higher forces.
Now, building on that whole theme of defying natural laws, we have the prophet Elijah. This is a man who bypassed death entirely in just an explosive spectacle. He never actually died. Instead, the text details this dramatic departure where he was taken straight to heaven inside a massive, swirling whirlwind. And get this, he was riding a solid gold chariot pulled by horses made entirely of fire. It's like something out of a blockbuster movie. It is a cinematic, death-defying exit that completely shatters every natural law. It really symbolizes the ultimate triumph of the supernatural over standard human mortality.
All right, here we go. Section 3, the ultimate surprising twist, the final fact revealed.
So, the crucial point here, and the totally unexpected twist, is that a man named Lazarus was essentially a real-life mummy. Crazy, right? Usually when we hear these stories, we associate mummies with ancient Egypt, the pyramids. Definitely not the text we've been exploring today. But there it is. Lazarus stepped right out of a tomb, bound head to toe in grave clothes directly into the pages of the Bible. It's this spooky, wildly unexpected detail tucked into these records that perfectly illustrates just how deeply these ancient texts grapple with the finality of death and the mind-blowing possibility of reversing it.
We've honestly just scratched the surface today in this explainer. Think about it. If these texts hold a 969-year-old man, supernatural strength tied to a haircut, a claustrophobic deep-sea survival story, literal chariots of fire, and a reanimated mummy, what other mind-bending extremes are hiding in ancient history? It really forces us to step back and realize how complex, imaginative, and profound these ancient sources truly are when it comes to exploring the human condition. So keep questioning, keep exploring, and definitely keep your mind open to the fascinating depths of history. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll